Howdy, this is my Aggie Experience Project for Geography 205. It will be covering littering in the Brazos County. I will be focusing on two things, littering as a whole and also the organization known as Keep Brazos Beautiful. Keep Brazos Beautiful has the mission to educate and engage Brazos County citizens to keep our community clean, green, and beautiful according to their very own webpage. A lot of what I will talk about will revolve around data they share on their website, as well as options they offer for the Brazos County specifically to help reduce the amount of litter in our community. Excluding some countries that have very strict laws in this area, littering is something that plagues most countries these days. It was not as big of an issue up until about the 1950s, according to Texas disposal systems. Since that date, about 8 million tons of plastic find its way into oceans annually. Littering is seen as not extremely harmful in terms of crimes, so many people are willing to look past the consequences and still do it. It is done with small items such as cigarette butts, food wrappers, plastic bottles, cups, straws, grocery bags, and also debris from vehicles. So, why does any of this matter? There are many negative effects of littering. For example, as litter degrades, chemicals and microparticles are released. These chemicals aren't natural to the environment and can therefore cause a number of problems. For example, as mentioned earlier, cigarette butts, which are a very common thing that gets littered, contain chemicals such as arsenic and formaldehyde. These poisons can make their way into soil and freshwater resources, impacting both humans and animals. Approximately 60% of water pollution is attributed to litter. This is not the only way that litter is disposed improperly. It can also be burned, which pollutes the air. Researchers estimate that more than 40% of the world's litter is burned in the open air, which can release toxic emissions. These emissions can cause respiratory issues or even acid rain. More negative effects is also on wildlife. Approximately 1 million animals die each year from pollution caused by littering. Of those 1 million, 100,000 are caused exclusively from littering plastic in the ocean. Another impact that is oftentimes not looked at is the potential to spread diseases. A lot of these things that get littered are stuff that come into contact with people's hands or mouths, which are very good at transmitting germs. This can cause people who are contagious to spread diseases without even realizing that they're doing so. So, what are some solutions? I will be covering two ways that we can reduce littering, the large-scale way and personal ways. If you are trying to solve a problem, I think these are the two most important ways that you can look at things, what you can do and what you can promote others to do. On a personal level, you can do one of two things, which is what I'm doing, telling people about an issue, and they can make their own decision about what they want to do about it, or you could also take action. This is what I was referring to earlier with Keep Brazos Beautiful. They offer cleanups, and all you need to do is tell them when you want to do it, and they will provide the resources in order to do it. On a larger scale, you can promote for legislative change, such as the increase in the number of disposal bins, or you can also increase the penalty for people who choose to litter. In places like Singapore, their littering laws are extremely strict, so it is often found that they have a much cleaner country. Thank you for listening, and these are my resources.